My name is Osoru Maurine, representing the women of Arua City. Actually, the initiative I've taken to support women in every cell in Arua City has really made a very tremendous. It has gone beyond imaginations. You can imagine. Yesterday we celebrated Women's Day, and one of the cells, as confirmed by the one chairpersons yesterday, the women have contributed money almost now 4 million. That is my own initiative that I started with 200,000 per every cell. In some other cells already, some cells already having 5 million, 7 million, depending on their capacities of that area. Now, I'm very excited because what I started, the idea that we gave them is working. And indeed, they listened carefully, and we started by giving them some small seed money, which is of 200,000. It has now caused a lot of impact to all those cells. Now, women are very happy because one thing is they are telling me they can now at least support their families. They don't need to go anywhere to borrow or to look for loans like how they used to go to those groups and also to get some soft loan from there. We are going back for the phases. Now the challenges I realized was in the 469 cells that we have in the city, the only 2 villages I know that politically I think they didn't do well, and I'm ready to go and revisit them. First phase was done. Now we are going for second phase. And now the first phase was we educated them, we created or we elected leadership to the circle groups, and now we gave them the opportunity to first contribute their own, to save money in those circles. We gave them duration of time. Now the time has expired. It's now we are going to plan to go back to them. So the second phase is upcoming. In the second phase, we are going to visit all of them, but where we see a village has not done well, we shall continue to encourage them. We will talk to them, and after we talk to them, we shall give them the small seed money. But I would not want, now if other villages here that we have doubled money for village A and village B has not done well, and we have given money to that village B also, I think the whole concept of let's save will be misunderstood. We wanted them to have their own support. We want the women to be on their feet. We cannot be asking money all the time from one partner. It cannot be possible. The Uganda we live today needs we need to have partnership with our fellow husbands and the wives that we have at home. But now if we think it's only one-sided, we need to always ask one person for money, and the person unfortunately may have 3 wives or 2 or 1, or you can mention them. It can be a challenge. It can be very challenging for that kind of person, most especially when he or she when he does not have a serious job, then it can actually drain him. So we want to move out from that mindset of thinking we should always be men. Even women, we can do it. We can actually do it. We want support of these families. We want them to be strong. We want them to support. If the man does not have money, then don't hesitate to send your children to school. If at all you can support, please go ahead and support. That is the idea. It is the whole concept as to why we came up. We said poverty is not a good thing. We must eradicate poverty. But in order for us to do that, we need our partners to understand that the savings we do in every week, it's for the good of their families. It's for the good of today. It's for the good of tomorrow, and for the good of their children at the same time. Now, as I was moving recently in Arua Central was the last division where I introduced this idea, because this idea we started last year with the Aivu division. Now we came to Arua Central. Arua Central, they have actually understood the whole concept, but their thing is they have challenges. Now they wanted to know from us that most of them are in rent, and somebody please leave. And once the person leaves, how are they going to recover? Or how it's very difficult for them to start something like that, but they will want to do so. Now, what we have been telling them is the reason as to why we introduced these things cell by cell was because we knew that if we had introduced this saving skills, this saving initiative in the broader picture, it would be very difficult to monitor, and it will be very difficult to know who is who. But now when you are in a cell you can know who is who. You know your neighbor A is here, neighbor B is there, neighbor C is there. So it's just a matter of understanding. And the whole concept must be understood with love and unity. Once there's no love, even all these government projects, the PDMs, the MIOGAs, the web, the youth life project, and the grow is coming, all those ones need understanding with love. If you not love one another, you cannot do it. Because you go and borrow money, or you go and pick money from government for PDM as a group, later on we hear that the money that was picked by group A has actually been splitting. So it causes challenges. When government comes, they will not know who picked the money and paid it back or did not pay back. They will come back for that group. They will come back for that group. So it starts from there. As you go and pick money from the government, you must know your friend. You must have that trust in the next person. The person must have trust in the other one. But if you do it in a way that you are just scattered, then time will come. You will have to pay back. And then that's when you hear that the RCCs want all the other RCCs, the other DCs of districts and the cities, they want back the money that government had told them to use. So it's equally something like that. Ours does not have the RCCs, but ours have us. Ours have the women there who are the securities. Because as when we were moving, we told them, know who your neighbor is, know who your friend is, know who is in this group, such that whoever comes and picks this money you have been putting there, picks the money and does not actually consider the group as a serious group and takes your money, and then what does the group bylaw say? Because every group must have their own law that they are making, and as they make it, it should be very proactive, such that they can curb some people who don't want to, who are big-headed in such kind of settings.
Yeah, in terms of the money, cumulatively, how much have you given in these cells?
In the entire city?
In the entire city.
In the entire city is 150 million. Now again, I have to go and look for another 150 million for the second phase. Because I want to do it every year. I give them, once I go, I'll give them chance. I want to see if you are told they understood the whole concept. We give them the small seed money, and then they also have to contribute. So time will come in phases. I cannot give them money once. I know the budget. I also have my own target, how much I want to give them. But I can't do it once, because if you do once, some of them may end up actually, you see, getting too excited, and once they're excited, they'll end up leaving the whole thing, or they'll end up eating the whole money. So they want to do together. As I struggle to put for them money, they should struggle to save, such that the money that they have contributed, they have saved, the time we set, because there's a time frame. We don't want these things of you start saving in January, by the end of the year you're already distributing the money. You save in January, end of the year, Christmas is coming, we just want to split that money, actually to divide the money and do what and eat. A year we are going to enjoy Christmas, we want to buy clothes, we want so many things. So we do not want that. We want a target for every, we agreed, let's have a target for every cell. If cell A is saying they want to contribute, they want to save up to 40 million or 50 million, so shall it be. And when we hit that target, that's when we shall now decide and say, okay, what can we do now? If it means we are going to buy iron sheets for every woman, then we shall buy iron sheets. If it means we can now, this is the time, we now want to know who are the members, time has come, let's now divide these monies amongst each other. Now, if all those members, all those women, those groups, if they can get 5 million or 3 million, that is a serious one. Actually, that has helped that family. You go and do the business you have always been crying for. Not these things of today as you join, tomorrow you are there, and then they say, Christmas has come, let's share this money. And then after sharing the money, you are getting 20,000 or 50. What is that? You cannot. That one's just for eating. To be honest, you cannot do what you want to do. Some of the women are saying they want to start a business, but they don't have money. So I told them, let's start like this. As we progress, slowly you'll have that money towards the end of this project. It does not mean it's ending there. We even want them to have, if at all they are patient enough to some villages. Every village has a different concept of different time frame. So if at all certain villages agree with us, like how I told them, we want even those villages to have rentals for those particular circles. We want them to grow big. We want them to have these taxis, these vehicles, where it will be written village A's tax transporters, maybe women's circle B transporters, and then the rental will have village A rentals, so such that it can be collecting money. We can be gathering money for them in one pool for them to grow bigger. That's what it is.
How can women, sustainably live and also be economically empowered at homes?
Yeah, women, first of all, women are the caretakers of home. They are the ones at the same time giving us strength in those homes. Now, we need to empower women at all levels. Women, it could not be only me, even as the husbands, even as the family members. It could not even be family members. Anybody who is a who could feel like we want to support a woman in the family can also come. Now, my advice to the entire population is, when you empower women, women give it all. When you empower them, if you have some money, we're not asking for a lot. We're just saying in your families, if you are able to support your own family, we're actually saying take some money out of that, the little you have, and support your wife, or a mother, or a sister, or it could be a grandmother also at the same time, in order for them to move outside there, to also stand family for the family, such that tomorrow when you are down, they can be able to support. When you support women at all levels, it could be in politics, it could be business, what the little things women can do, we should not exit, we should not leave women out. We should continue supporting our mothers in order for them to come out of poverty and in order for them to support our homes and families. Last week we were in Teregu, and it's very unfortunate that we experienced in the entire country, Teregu is the one having the majority number of teenage pregnancies. And we're asking our mothers and sisters and the entire population and fathers, please, let's be a teacher to each other. Let's educate our children. Let's stop these cultural norms of giving out our girls for their time at the young age. Let's continue to support our girl child to go to school. Let's keep them in school in order to avoid these things of, I need wealth. If you need wealth, invest in her. Once she studies, she'll come and pay back to you. There's no woman after studying can eat it all. Once you invest in her, she studies, she gets a job, I'm telling you, she can actually transform that community. Let's stop these things of giving our girls for early marriages. And even to the boy child, these are our sisters, treat them like your own sisters. We should love one another. Not in a skirt you see, you want to run after, or not in a trouser you see you want to run after. It will not make any sense.
Politically, some people think this is government money. They have always been saying it, and they think this is money.
The problem with Arua city, anything Osoru does, they think it's government. Because me, I'm small-bodied. It is my body God has given me. However much you cannot underrate me because I'm small. There is nothing. Why is that government is giving? Why, you ask yourself? Anybody could ask. Why is that government always giving also? The ambulances, they say it's government. This one also does, they say it's government. There's nothing of government. What government does comes through the right channel, and that is through the local government. Government has a system in place. Why me? I'm not the only leader in Uganda. We are so many leaders. So these are all personal initiatives, my own individual. I do it because I pledge. These are my pledges. I'm trying to fulfill my manifesto. It's not the government. and I will always fulfill. In fact, in Arua City here, on the women's side, there is no woman who will always pledge and fulfill except Osoru on the side of Member of Parliament for Arua City. And now you can imagine the 150 million we are talking about for the circle. That money, how I get it, it's me who knows how I get that money. It's me who knows how I get that money. If government is giving the money, we have so many women members of Parliament here. Why not them? Am I that too special to the government? I'm not a minister. I don't have any other extra position in the government. Mine is just to use the brain that I have, that God gave me to look for that money. Provided I have not killed anybody, then I can always look for that money. You see, when I am not here, if you see Maurine is not here, just know she has gone outside there. She's in the bushes with the animals, that side. What I'm doing there is I want only killed 1 or 2 and I bring the meat for you people here at home. So there's no way of saying government money. Government does not give individuals money. And even the salaries we have in Parliament as of today cannot do all these projects that I have. I have projects for sports for the youths. I have projects for the churches and the mosques, DC circles, and then DC delivering of beds. All that those are a lot. It's a lot of money actually. It's a lot of money.
If say in the 2.5 years, this is your second term in office, what would you say your evaluation? How much have you done? We saw you give out sewing machines and other supports. Cumulatively, how much have you spent?
If you are to add all this, actually the project of now is more expensive than the previous ones, because these other projects that I have, if you are to take the sewing machines, 470M for sewing machines, 50 million for sports, which I haven't done yet, and I'm going to look for the money I have to do. It's for the youths, and then delivery beds, 84 million, and then these saucepans, 90 million. You call them kasundas in the local language, yes. And then the plastic cups, 15 million, which I haven't done in some areas, and other areas I'm going to do it. And then plus the circle, 150. And this 150 is not only one off. It's not. You add the churches stroke mosques in every function, the minimum I give is 1 million. So I put like 400M.
Million.
I put it there. But why I'm putting there, why am I put that money there? It's because my churches I have here are more than 400. Even the mosques. In Central, here in Arua Central there are 20. And then in Aivu there are 38. That's for the mosques. And then churches in Arua Central also, if you are to add the one the one in Aivu, it's small. So I've just put that tentatively for these ones. With God, you don't. If you have money, you just need to give for God. You give. But I just put that tentative. So in a minimum, every church, every mosque, any function I attend, that's the minimum money I give is 1M. There are some that do not have functions, but you look at the state, and they will not have the capacity to organize. I still go there, I give. Mine is uniformly. Whether you are starting to construct afresh, or whether you have been that particular church or mosque has a new building, or it is starting with foundation, Osoru I will always be the same. I'll just do things like that for it. And that does not come from government. I know I get my money. 1,259,000,000. Now you can imagine this money. If you are to put this money, if it was for the government will now inject this money through its system, not giving it to me. But these ones where I go, I speak my people, I give, it's basically my office as Osoru who handles it. And now the tentative, that money for the church, I've just put it like that. And so far, the churches I've gone to, I've attended more, with the mosques, I've attended more, 100 something. But that money, I've just put it there. Because I do not want this scenario where I'm invited for in a church function, I have no money. I want to be there. And in case I happen to use some of that money to do certain things, I always make sure I look for that money and put it there to replace. Yes. So tentatively, it's what I've put there. In my own plan, I had imported those ambulances. I wanted my office to handle it, but because of URA, I could not. I could not. And first of all, having all those ambulances, do you have a profession in that field? I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I just wanted to help my people. But when I was guided, I distributed these ambulances to their respective places. Now, in Arua city here, then it was not Arua city, it was Arua district. We handed over to the leadership of Arua district then, and the Arua district took the ownership of all these ambulances. Mine was just to monitor. Are they spoiling it? What are they using it for? Now, if you are to go to Vura, by the I've always seen the ambulance there in that health center 4.
Health center
in
Bondo.
And they have managed theirs. I don't know how they are managing it, but it is so good. Whenever I pass, I find the ambulance is still in that state, how we bought it. But I was here the other day, I saw one of the lights, I don't know what hit it. It's already destroyed. The mismanagement is too much. But because, as for me, I donated them, and it was already given, so I just have to monitor. They're spoiling, what are they using? That's all what I do. But a lot of things, people on the ground say that one, they ask too much money from them. Not only that ambulance, even the one for government. And then two, they say those who are actually those who are working inside, those drivers, and I think some nurses, I don't know if there are some nurses inside, they are saying that the treatment that is given to them as the patients is not what they expected. Patient care, that's what I can say. So that part I'm not so sure, but the electors are complaining. Now that's all what I do as of now, and it's what I'm doing. The ambulance for Lee, I've seen Lee there. I've not seen any challenge. The other time I saw it was in the garage. Now the other day I saw it was brought back. Ambulances are not actually, it's how you manage the ambulances. Yes. It's like you buy your own car, you're supposed to treat it with your own, you see, it's now your own property. You see, we are this same government, you see where we are in today. The government, of course, is our government. Government, this is the mandate of the government, not individuals. But where you feel like one supports your people, we do it for the name of our people. These are the same people, the government, even the same government, this is their people. Even myself, these are my people. So now you begin to imagine, why after donating something, after donating those ambulances, you mismanage them for what? Instead of government now putting money elsewhere, people are here already. The government knows we have some ambulances here. The Arua Referral Hospital has ambulance, and then the ambulances we have donated. Government already knows that there is a system. I mean, there's ambulance in some of the health center force. Now that money that they are supposed to use for buying this ambulance, the government can put it elsewhere because we still need money at the end of that day. But now, if you mismanage them, you know, people of Uganda. Some people, just once it's not their property, they will not treat it in a good way. They want to treat it the way how they feel like they want to treat it. Now you can imagine that ambulance, how did the lights up there got broken, for instance? Even me as a donor, I feel I'm touched. There's no value for money. When you're giving somebody something, you receive with a good heart, and then you keep it well. Let that ambulance there should give it durability. Not today you buy it, tomorrow the thing's worn out. In the state they're in right now, it can work, and even right now as I speak, some banners, they're all worn out. Indeed, it's worn out is okay. I can, even as a donor, I can decide, I request them if they want to put the banner, or if they want to put, I can do that. But just because it's already given property and I don't have my hands off it, I just have to monitor. They're not in a bad state, it's just how they're managing it. Sometimes if there's no fuel, they pack it. Sometimes in the garages, they take it there. I don't know how long it takes in the garage. Now you see, when the patients are there dying, patients need all these things. The support. So if I see this kind of thing, I know there's no value for money. Now, for the sewing machines, I want to say, indeed, it is true that these sewing machines of YUV was, except the Arua was already distributed, but on the ground, hearing that there are some that are redundant. They want to give the people to use. You see, you buy something, you want to give the people now. You begin to hear elsewhere. They put me on pressure. Every word wanted their sewing machines. Now I've given them. Some are not being used. Some are being kept in one place. Those things are not meant to be kept in one place. By now, if you have to go to your cell or to your ward, at least 1 or 2 people must be now learning these things, such that they can give testimonies.
Do you think there's political sabotage in some of these projects you're doing? Deliberate sabotage?
Now I can't tell really, I cannot tell. It's only God who can tell. But if there's a political sabotage, it's wasting time. I'm the mother of the city, and I will continue to be the mother of the Arua city. And I will continue to donate and to provide services to my people. And I will go out there, look for money, and do whatever things that others can't do, that I've pledged. I will always make sure I fulfill it. Me, I cannot promise heaven and earth. What I can do, I will always say it. What I cannot do, in my own capacity, I will do. They will ask me, they will face me, they will begin to underline and to identify what are the pledges or what are the promises you made before them. Now, as for me, Maurine, I'm one left with sports as my own side of the pledge. I haven't done that, but I will do it. So, the time will come, people of Arua City will ask, out of all the things you told us, have you done them all? Or which one have you done? Or which one have you not done? And based on that, that's how we'll be elected. And even some people vote us because of your personality. Others vote you for the work you do. Others vote you for other reasons. Others vote you for your beauty. Others vote you for your character. So many things. But at the end of that day, when God helps you and you have managed to be in this position and you have not done that, and then time will come, people will sort us out or in. That's the whole truth. So as for me as Maurine, I'm prepared to face my people with my head high, because I know I've done my part. Because I know what I promised, I've almost fulfilled them, except the one for the sports, for the youths. When time comes, once I'm done, tomorrow when I go to them, I speak with my head high. Because I don't have any other pledges with my people, except this one for sports and for the youths. And I will win also. Yes. Very tremendous, they will win.
And the Holy Spirit. Amen. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, our guest of honor, our women MP for Arua City.